Boom. Boom. Welcome to the Flipside. I'm Sam.
I'm Jessie.
And this is a live Q&A where we are just going to chill.
We're going to be live.
And we're going to what?
We're going to be live.
Live? Yes, we are live.
We are live.
We're going to talk about stuff. We are not, by the way, going to eat any more of those nastified Pringles chips.
Can't even talk about it. I
That,
can't even talk about it. Those were...
I mean, it's good that we do them all at once, pretty much. I mean, we do 3 or 4 usually at a time, and very good, because I don't know who's coming up with... I don't think they're... You know, when a chef cooks, what is he supposed to do?
Smell the food, taste the food, see the food.
Taste the food.
Yeah.
Smell the food. Does it smell good? Yes. Does it taste good? Yes. Send it out. If it doesn't pass those 2 tests, don't put it in a can, don't put it on a plate, and definitely don't give it to other people.
I can't believe people would eat those.
I mean, literally.
I still get a little, like, the saliva in the back of my throat.
2 of those cans. 2 of those cans literally smelled like puke. Literally.
I do work in preschool. I handle puke on a weekly basis.
Somebody at Pringles Company is trolling people.
They have to be a joke.
Have to be.
They are so gross.
There is no way that
somebody can you imagine anybody we know going, yeah, these are actually really good?
Nope. You have cooked with beer before.
Yes.
You've made what was corned beef.
I make corned beef with beer every time I cook corned beef.
Every time, and it's delicious. It's wonderful.
I make beer bread. I used to make beer bread. You can make things with beer.
The contents of those cans were not good. Even the one that we thought was, of the 3 beer braised whatever, the beer can chicken was the only one. And that's just because it tasted like Pringles.
Right.
It didn't really have a taste
It had like
Pringles.
Slightly flavored Pringles. It wasn't bad. The other 2
were horrendous.
Beyond. Why don't you check chat? It was beyond gross.
Horrendous. Horribly.
I actually thought about, because some of the things that we've done on the taste testing is we've sent them to David and Bruna, our family, for them to try just for fun. I did not send them that because I don't want them to eat puke.
Okay, so again, we'll come back to this. I don't have any clue as to how these crowns work. They are chat-based. I know that because other people have done a little bit of research.
Okay.
I've not had time to look into it yet, so I probably will over the weekend, but I have no idea how they work. But they are chat-based, apparently. And
live chat.
So, oh yeah. Make sure, everybody, you switch over to live chat, please.
So we won't miss anything.
We don't miss anything.
We're glad you're here, by the way. Thank you.
Yep. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Tom, Micah, David, Terrier, Dave M. How's the weather there? It looks like it's sunny outside today.
It's supposed to be a high of like 86.
Yeah, it's definitely starting to cycle into summer slightly. I don't know if we're completely there yet because there's still some snow up on the mountains.
And we're only in 2 digits.
Yeah, and we're only in 2 digits. Yeah. We usually can get, there's usually about a week or 2 that we get over 100.
2 solid.
During the summer, but this is definitely
it feels great.
The transition period.
Mid-80s today.
Yeah. Terrier says it's slightly annoying having to wait to say something until 3 people have, but if my name changes in any way, including that symbol, I won't be able to spot myself. And good evening, one and all.
Yes.
Terrier says.
Good evening.
Good morning, Sam and Jessie. Good morning, Micah. No, someone else had number 3. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I have no idea. David Brownlee says, but you don't need to be 21 to buy chips, so maybe they're trying to discourage kids from drinking.
I would love that theory, but I think it's opposite.
Yeah, it
has
the,
the beer
effect.
Logo on it.
Yeah, so
kids. In fact, the 14-year-old was the one who wanted to buy them.
That's true.
He wanted to buy them.
These beer flavored chips.
That's exactly. He wanted to try them. They have a beer can on them.
I mean, there was probably joking in that. But
he did say that the one that we haven't posted yet, but he did say that one of them, he said, I probably got a little jerky on that one. Intentionally choosing something that was going to make Jesse horrible.
Yeah.
He did admit that.
Yeah, let's turn our...
I know, I just did that.
I think I already did, but...
My living room is muted. This one is not. Okay, now...
So, let's see here. I thought it... Terrier says, I thought it was who spoke up first. Now, not how much you said. I'm pretty sure that's what it is, but I'm not absolutely positive. It is some way connected to how many comments you put into the chat, I think. It might even be historically based. In other words, it tracks how many comments you've made in the entirety of your time here on the channel.
No idea.
So somebody like Tom, who is our moderator, and he's here almost all streams, he's naturally going to have a number one by his name. Micah also is here for a lot of our streams, but not as many as Tom, because Tom's been here longer. But again, I don't know about Terrier.
I don't know, but we are happy you are here.
Yes.
Whether you have a crown or not.
Yes. Well, everybody has a crown. Everybody gets a participation crown.
Oh, look at that.
That's not how that works.
I have a comment about crowns from
Go
work.
for it.
I have a specific child, and I can tell how the day is going to go the minute this child walks in. If they are wearing a crown, that sets that mood for the whole day. My kids, my little kids, my kids I teach.
Your students.
My 4-year-olds.
Use that word.
Sorry, my students, not my kids that live in the house. They do not wear crowns.
I'm like, okay, I know the one hasn't. I know 2 of them haven't got up yet. So why was the third wearing a crown?
No.
It is his birthday today, so it's like, was he really that full of himself when he got up this morning? No, he wasn't.
Yeah, if one of my students comes in wearing a crown, that whole rest of the day, she will expect to be treated like the queen. And whatever she says has to go. And that just sets the mood. And my boss said, no, it can't be.
Tom says. Maribeth says hi.
Hi, Maribeth. My boss said, no, it can't be directly related to how she dresses. I was like, okay.
I don't know.
And then later in the afternoon, she was like, okay, you're right. It is directly correlation to...
So was it good or bad?
It was bad.
Bad?
It was bad.
Oh, they come in thinking they're royalty.
Yes!
Got it.
I don't have to listen to you, Miss Jessie.
Thanks, Mom and Dad.
Yeah, I don't have to listen to you.
For helping... Oh, it's probably not so much Mom and Dad. Although Princess Syndrome does begin usually...
I mean, I have one, so...
The parents and how they treat
I'm
them.
not disagreeing. I have a princess.
No, I wasn't going there. I've known many kids and many parents that literally put their kids on a pedestal.
Yes.
Like
I
literally.
know.
And yeah, you can tell in how they treat other people.
If this one girl comes in wearing a princess dress or a crown, it's going to be one of those days.
Well, there you go. Terrier says, I shall be shorter with my speech then.
Short.
Don't cut it off in the middle of a sentence, brother. Just finish your sentence, and then before you start the next one, hit enter, and then start your next one. Start doing that. David Brownlee says, yep, yard work season has begun. Yes, it has. Every weekend. Every weekend. You got to get out there and mow the lawn, otherwise it looks like poo-poo. Are you going to follow up your list with a top 10 games that should be on the top BGG Top 100? We already did that with our top 10 games of the top 100. We already did it. We actually did that first. And then we followed that up with ones that shouldn't be on the top 100. So we did the positive list first. We gave you our top 10 games that are on the top 100. I see what you're talking about now. There's two avenues. So we just took the 10 games that are on the top 100 that are our favorite. That was the first one we did. Then we looked at the top 100 and we said these are 10 of those games that shouldn't be on the top 100. So now they're asking, are we going to follow it up with 10 games that aren't on the top 100 that should be there? Ooh. That would actually be a fairly easy list to make because there's a lot of games. There's 27 of them, as a matter of fact, that are all linked to each other. Not all 27, but there are 27 different titles that have multiple entries on the top 100. So we could easily take those out and then just go 27, or maybe not 2070, but into that.
Bring up some others. You made the gears go.
Yep, I did. You did. As a matter of fact, that's exactly what we're going to do. We will do that next week, as a matter of fact. Well, it won't be next week because Dice Tower is going into their Summer Spectacular. So all of their programming for next week is already set with Summer Spectacular stuff. So it'll be the week after that. Any thoughts about those expansions for Heat? Which felt better? Well, I mean, let me go ahead and show you here. Bring me that. This is what I have to do in order to keep my Heat box now. I have everything in here, and it has that much lid lift. And I put one of the Dice Tower large box bands around it just to make sure it doesn't pop open or anything like that. But it holds everything. It's quite the brick as well. But this holds everything. This is how it looks with everything. So this is what I'm talking about right here.
About an inch.
That's lid lift, about an inch of lid lift. And I really think they're going to come out with a big box expansion. I really do. I think that might be next. And if not next, it's going to be fairly soon. Because there's going to come a time where you're not going to be able to... this box is just going to keep going higher. And people are going to want a box that holds everything. And if they keep coming out with expansion material, they're going to need to. I think that's coming next.
That wasn't the question.
Wrong. I know. I'm getting there. I'm building up. So, which expansion is better? I'll let you answer the question first.
I didn't play Heavy Rain, so I'm unbiased.
All right, I did play both. I think I said this in my review earlier this week, but I like the tunnels of Tunnel Vision better than the flooded areas of the board in Heavy Rain. It's not that I didn't enjoy these, but I enjoyed the tunnels better. Maybe because there's nothing in these boxes. These are going to become wall decorations because Vincent Dutrait's artwork. These are going to become wall decorations. I will say that the flooded areas of the board, they're always in corners.
Oh dear.
They're always in corners, so you're always wanting to shift down.
Right.
And it's putting more heat into your deck. Now, the Japan map that has the flooded corners on it, it does have 7 heat cards that you're going to start with. And then if you randomly choose a weather condition that gives you more heat, which there are those that are out there, then because I think the one that we were using yesterday, was it yesterday that added a heat, or maybe it took away a heat? It took away a heat, but there are weather conditions that add heat cards to your thing as well. So it's like, and there's also upgrade cards where you can add heat.
You saw nothing.
I think the tunnels and the chicanes are a better combination of extras on top of the base game than the flooded corners were with the chicanes. Because not only it doesn't make it harder for you to downshift, it's those chicanes can be kind of tricky as well.
Those were hard.
So overall, I think I like Tunnel Vision better, but I like both of them, and I'm very glad that I own both of them.
And I played this one only, but I really liked this one.
Yeah. I think what's coming up next I'm just letting you guys know, just so you can buckle in, because I need a little bit of focus on my solo plays. I need to focus on something. And I've got a few games that I really enjoy playing solo that I'm just going to start nailing at. And this is one of them. I'm going to start playing through the championships on my solo mode days when I'm in town. And when I'm able to. That's what I'm going to start doing on the very beginning. Then I've got another couple of things I can do with Final Girl again. And I'm still working through the Skies one, Falling Skies as well. So those are 3 games that I can pretty much pick up. So that's what you can pretty much expect, unless I have to learn something new. But I'll be scheduling it. But just you're going to start seeing Heat a little bit more often now. So that answers your question, I think. This is my favorite Tunnel Vision.
I like that one a lot.
I like Heavy Rain a lot, too. Let's see here. Terrier Halo says, one thing I don't get, if you have to be 21 to buy beer, what are you supposed to do on Wednesdays when you are in the military? Because you can join there when you are 18, yes? Yes, that is correct. What are you supposed to do?
On Wednesdays, is that a thing?
Maybe it is for Terrier. I don't know. It's not that. On Wednesdays in the military here, you should probably be in your bunk on Wednesday night, because you're going to have to get up at probably 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning for another morning ruck run, really. So Fridays, Saturdays are really the 2 days where I would say the most wild oats get sown, whether it be whatever. So, but I mean, even then, and it happens, but even then, you got to understand that you are part of the military. You are generally owned by the government, and if you mess yourself up, you can actually get yourself in trouble.
Is it, if you're in the military at 18, and many of your military buddies are over 21, is it, I don't know the question, is it like...
Yes, they're going to buy beer, and you're probably going to partake.
Thank you, that's where I was trying to get there. I couldn't figure out how to get there.
But should you? No, because it's illegal. Should they be buying beer so that you can partake? No, because that's also illegal. But does it happen? Yes, it does. So, I don't know what you're going to do. The way my son says it, and he's in the Army, and he's also not, perfect, squeaky clean or anything like that.
He's also over 21.
He's also over 21, but the way he does say it is, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. So that's pretty much how that goes. What I would prefer is that some of these teenagers stop acting like the teenagers that everybody expects them to act like, and act like, I don't know, with a little bit more wisdom, because most people know the difference between right and wrong, what you should do and what you shouldn't do, what's wise and what's unwise. Let's see here. Eat Pringles? Yes, you can eat Pringles. Which kid is up already? That would be Dante. The birthday boy. David Brownlee. There's a new expansion for Flamme Rouge as well. You'll have to get that to the table and then compare the 2 games.
I like to ride my
bicycle.
We can't sing it. You get that?
I'm telling you, it's a number of seconds that it flags. And if you stay under those seconds...
We made it. We can't.
No, I'm not a huge fan of Flamme Rouge. I don't care about bicycle racing. I don't. Not even close. And plus I have heat, so who cares? Is Daphne a princess? I'm thinking not.
Depends on the day.
Depends on the day.
If it was maybe yesterday,
Yes.
maybe yes. If it was maybe the day before, maybe no.
This XP and crowns might have something to do with super chats. It does have something to do with super chats. That is one way that you can get more experience points, is by doing super chats and all that kind of stuff. Please, while we appreciate it and we will thank you for it, you are not required in any way, shape, or
Our
form
content is free
to do anything like that. So.
We are just grateful
but
you are
yes,
here.
that is another way that you can get more, is by doing super chats and super stickers or something like that. I can't remember what they're called. But that is way you can get more experience points. Tom wouldn't tell you, so I will. I waved back. He did tell us. Oh, I see. He didn't
Mary
tell
Beth,
you that
I
she
see.
waved back.
Yes.
All right, good.
I got it. I follow.
No games that are not on the list that should be on it. Yeah, I got it, Tom. That's how far behind I am. Nope, I removed the entire lawn and barked the yard. No mowing for me. But here's the thing. Just wait for those weeds to start popping through the bark. And now you have to go out and manually pull them. Yeah, that's what you have waiting for you in your future, David Brownlee. Yeah, see, I used to think that if I just put rocks down, that I don't have to worry about my lawn anymore. Nope, that's not how that works at all, because weeds will find a way.
And if you happen to be located in Washington, Eastern Washington specifically, the tumbleweeds will blow over your fence that you put to keep the tumbleweeds out. They will blow over the fence, plant their tumbleweed seeds everywhere in your yard, and leave burrs and nasty stuff everywhere.
Terrier says, my dog is the one who does the barking of the yard
Yes,
here.
this is true.
Yeah, that's true in more than one ways. We've got a tremendous barker over here. Put that in quotes. We wish it was the auditory barking.
No, we don't. We don't want a barky dog.
Okay, well, let me put this into a dichotomy for you. Would you rather him barking at the neighbors, or would you rather him continue barking the yard the way he currently does? Because he does a very good job of laying a very thick layer of bark
Fertilizer all over my yard.
around the yard.
All over.
Yeah.
And we're having people next weekend, and
I have to extend some irrigation systems and build some stairs up a rock retaining wall, but no mowing. That sounds a lot harder than mowing. So good luck with that. Gives you 2 weeks to think about it. 2 weeks to think about what?
Your list.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, it does. Timestamp 9:15 a.m. so you know how far behind you are in the chat. Only 11 minutes. We're good.
Catch up.
It is wonderful on French fries. Hi all. Oh, it jumped. Now I got to go find it. There it is. Hope you've been doing well. Spurs fan, what's up, Lewis? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Just watching the playthrough. I liked Tunnel better.
Yeah, Tunnel was fun.
I did as well. But I do enjoy Heavy Rain. I think it's a good thing. Would you play the expansions or the base game of Heat? Would you play the expansions or the base game?
You need the base game for the expansions. They're not standalone.
True, but going forward.
Expansions.
Okay, well, that's another thing that I found tunnel vision less invasive, and it felt more like just a slight tweak of the base game, whereas Heavy Rain felt like, because all of those flooded areas of the maps always happen in corners,
right.
It felt like it was more restrictive than tunnel vision. Tunnel vision is that whenever you're in the tunnels, you just can't discard any cards out of your hand unless you're like getting rid of heat, or if a card gives you the ability to discard an aggression, an adrenaline, or something like that. You just can't discard down. So it was less restrictive, in my opinion, than Heavy Rain was, which is one of the reasons why I probably like it more. So like, for example, if I'm teaching somebody new how to play the game, I don't think I'll have any problem at all using the tunnel vision map.
I agree.
Because I think that's an easy rule to add.
Yeah.
Hey, look, you can always discard down unless your car is into the tunnel.
Yep.
That's it. And that's an easy one to keep track of. The chicanes, while they are difficult to traverse, it's not a hard list to a hard rule to understand.
Yeah.
So I think that combination is a better combination than the Heavy Rain had in it. Nice to know what's coming. Yep, that's right. Don't forget to activate the overhead camera when you're soloing. I know, David. Thank you.
Oh, did he forget?
Oh, yeah, of course I did. For like 10 minutes. Everybody was yelling at me. I got, I think, 2 emails, 3 texts, and I just didn't get it because this thing, generally speaking, that's off to the side, and I'm not paying attention to this thing at all. When I'm here by myself, if she's here, then yeah, I have the freedom when she's talking or something like that to check it. But yeah, if I'm here by myself, yeah, good luck getting a hold of me. Final Girl Awesome Series. First one I bought was Full Moon. I don't know them by name, but... And the other one you mentioned, Under Falling Skies, yes, also amazing. Yes, those are great solo mode games. I really enjoy them. You just have to follow the rules until you are old enough not to worry. I don't understand what that means. Is he talking about the whole 18 to 21 thing?
Yes.
Huh. All right. You are young and in shape. We would often take the bus in on Wednesday. Just a couple of ones. More fun than sitting in the barracks.
Nice.
Okay. To be fair, underage drinking is not limited to the military, or so I've heard.
Oh, no.
Oh, believe me, I know.
I'm sure we'll be encountering that. Well, we won't, but the valley itself will be inundated with
Next weekend is a graduation. A bunch of 18-year-olds thinking that they are 10 feet tall and bulletproof. Mm-hmm. Great. How is the driving going with Dante?
It's not bad. I thought about taking him out today. He's doing pretty good. Maybe because I've already taught one teen driver. You've taught multiple teen drivers. I taught Daphne. And that was kind of stressful. But now that I'm teaching Dante, maybe it's because I've already taught a teen driver that I'm not so... I only had a couple of moments last week when we were driving. We're going through a roundabout. And I'm in the passenger seat, which is also weird because, you know, your perspective is different than being the driver, right? Mm-hmm. And we're going through the roundabout. And I'm like, more turn. The front of the engine is like pointed at that sign. Like... We're going to go right through that. But he was turning, but because I was over here and I was like, more. Okay, now we made it. And he was like, I made it. I was turning. And I'm like, I know. And then I got to say, you don't get to criticize me when I tell you to turn more. You don't get to say, I know what I'm doing because you don't. So... He hasn't driven with you yet. You want to do that?
Nope. Hard no. I was just thinking, I'm glad she's taking care of this. Because nope. Absolutely not.
Oh, come on. Jump on board.
It's hard to remain calm with someone who thinks they know everything when they don't. It's very hard to stay calm. And when you put them at the wheel of a 2-ton vehicle and they still act like they think they know everybody because they're going through the class right now. And I'm just dealing with this from a very fringe perspective of every time I get into the car that he has driven. I don't know what this kid is looking at in his rearview mirrors, but it ain't traffic and it ain't the road. because I can't see the road at all. And I can't see the vehicle at all. And I've asked her to talk to him about it. And he says, this is how they teach us in the class.
So we have maybe a little old school perspective.
I'm very
rear view
glad.
mirrors have to show a little bit of our car.
An
like an inch
of the mirror needs to be
so
the car.
that you have perspective. The way they teach it now is you shouldn't see your car at all. You should see only the other things.
Completely disagree. You need perspective. What are you doing?
Work is asking me if anybody's heard any update on the girls.
Oh, then...
And I said no, but I spoke to her.
You can activate texts on your watch. I do have it, but if I'm paying attention to something here, I'm not necessarily going to feel that. Depends on the level of engagement that I have in the game. But yes, I know that, Tom, and I do. As a matter of fact, look at that. I just got it. I just got something on my watch. And it just beeped again. And I would imagine, because all of those lovely people out here that have my phone number, they're going to start tagging me, and my phone's just going to start rattling. Yeah, I think that's what happens.
Let's go.
Lewis asks, has anybody seen Mission Impossible 8? He says he likes it. He's seen it twice. I do. It's the next one. That's. I think it's the last one.
I think I've seen like one with you.
See, we already have all of the Fast and Furious ones, and I think you've seen the first 3.
I think I made it
because
through.
I watched you the first. I've watched the first 2 with you, and
we watched Tokyo.
And we watched Tokyo Drift just the other night because Aiden wanted to watch it on family movie night.
So I've made it through most of them.
No. See, they have 8 movies as well. You're not even halfway through yet. So thanks for that.
How many Rocky movies too?
There are
like 6.
6.
Yeah.
And you've seen 1. My goodness gracious. Any exciting summer plans, Glenn asks. Yes. Hello, Glenn. Good to see you, buddy.
I'm having some very special people visit this summer. Yep. And that makes me happy.
Yep. Tom and Maribeth are going to be coming up here for... I would love to say they were coming to visit us, but they're not. They're coming up here to visit the parks, the national parks, the local national parks up here, and they're going to spend maybe an afternoon with us. That's what I'm hearing, right? They're just going to stop by en route somewhere else.
Whatever it is, I'm happy to get to see them.
Maybe.
No, we don't actually have any specific summer plans.
No.
Our summer is really busy for the next 2-3 weeks. And then it's wide open. Like then it's...
No, I don't think it is.
Very flexible.
Because football's summer training program is going to be in full swing before we know it.
Daphne is going to go to
Dante's
school in
going to be
August.
working and needing rides everywhere because he's unable to drive himself anymore. We've got to get Daphne's car out of the shop, for crying out loud, so that she can start driving herself around again.
That's got to be soon, right?
I'm hoping, but I didn't hear back from him yesterday.
Okay, so we should call today.
Yep, we should.
Or drop in and go.
I'm camping and hiking in southwest Colorado this summer.
Oh, sounds lovely.
Glenn says. Yeah, that sounds like a trip that you'll enjoy.
I think it sounds great.
David Brownlee, which games are you taking? He asks Glenn. Terrier says, we are driving down to Gothenburg this summer. Maybe swing by Dalhalla, which is a stage in an old quarry. The name is a pun on the location and Valhalla.
That's funny.
Glenn just says, I live in the U.S.
A stage in a quarry. That's cool.
I live in I live in the U.S. city with the most amount of roundabouts. Over 150 now.
We have like 10 in the valley, and people can't figure it out.
Carmel, Indiana.
That's funny.
North side of Indianapolis. My dad is actually from Anderson, Indiana. And I went to go visit my grandparents one year and got to go to the qualifiers for the Indy 500.
Oh, that's fun.
That was pretty fun. Interesting watching new drivers, let's just say. Yeah. I always wanted to see a bit of the car in the rearview mirror. Anything else sounds less than stellar.
I know.
See?
I just
what it
want,
is.
I mean, like, I want to know where my car edge is and where that car is.
Tom says, you first, the parks are a side trip. Okay. That's why you're going to see multiple parks and only one of us.
There's 2 of us.
No, there's one of us.
Oh, okay.
We are one.
Yes, we are.
There is one of
we
us.
Are we. One we.
Have you tried out Dark Quarter now that the app is live? No, Lance, I have not. I don't even know what Dark Quarter is.
Like, what does that mean?
Dark Quarter. I'm looking it up. I'm assuming it's going to be on Board Game Geek. Dark Quarter. The Dark Quarter. Lucky Duck Games, Van Ryder. Investigators solve mysteries in the 1980s while dealing with the dark and supernatural. Sounds like an adult version of
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things. Constance Moreau. I don't like the character tokens. Looks like the miniatures are pretty cool. Wow, it's super dark. That's got to be in New Orleans. Is that a New Orleans themed game? Oh, good old Az. Az Drummond. I used to spend time with Az at... Yep, welcome to New Orleans, Louisiana, circa 1980, vibrant city of music, food, and magic. It's a solo game.
Oh.
Or it has a solo... Yeah, it's 1 to 4 players. It has a solo mode. It's a cooperative game. It looks mildly interesting. And the reason I say that is because I'm curious as to how dark this game gets down that, you know, what is the occult avenue, how far it goes. With it being in New Orleans, I would imagine it goes pretty far. So, I don't know. The theme for me is, I kind of put it in the same category as something like a Lovecraft theme, Cthulhu and that kind of thing, and I'm just not a big fan of that. So, the production quality looks amazing, but I just don't know that I'm going to be that far down. App-driven adventure game set in a dark, fantastical vision of 1980s New Orleans. Players each take control of a Beaumont agent and work alongside one another to solve the worst crimes that New Orleans has to offer. It's a world full of magic. Hexing curses are sold on every street. There are voodoo priestesses and creatures of the night are lurking around every corner, and where even the most mundane crimes have a tinge of the supernatural to them. Yeah. I mean, I can imagine that this is going to go gangbusters as far as people liking it. It's only a 2 out of 5 for complexity, and it's got a 7.4 on the Geek. So, I mean, I'm not going to break my back trying to go get it, but if it falls into my lap somehow, I might give it a whirl, just to see how it is. And if it does turn out to be too dark, well, I've got more cannon fodder for giveaways. Are you watching the NHL playoffs? Well, my team, my backup team has exited the playoffs now. Stars beat the Oilers, or got beat by the Oilers, and I really dislike the Oilers because I really don't like Connor McDavid. based on things that he's said over in the past that I didn't really like, and I think he is given preferential treatment because he's a star. He's a well-known name, so the league wants to protect him, and so yeah, the Stars. I wanted the Stars to win because I'm from Texas. They are my backup team. I used to root for the Stars back when Eddie Belfour was their goalie, so there is some history there. I am a Blackhawks fan. That's my team, but the Stars were always my second favorite because of where I was living, and Eddie went, I think, from Chicago to the Maple Leafs, and from the Maple Leafs, I think he went down to Dallas. That might be switched. He might have gone from Chicago to Dallas and then over to Toronto. I can't. He played for the Leafs, right? I think he did. Oh, I can't remember.
I don't know why you're asking me.
I can't remember now. I might be getting that mixed up. Anyway, I am interested in the finals now because I will be rooting for Florida. I used to live there, even though they now have Brad Marchand on their team. Don't like him at all, but go Panthers. Don't want the Oilers to win at all. Do not. I don't want anything bad to happen to them. I just don't want them to lose. I don't want them to win. Period. I want them to lose. Period. They're not gonna get swept. Not saying that. They're too good. But I would love it if they got swept. Oh, I would love that. But it's not gonna happen.
There's a lot in the chat.
Are we camping this summer?
I'm trying.
We are having difficulty figuring that out. We had one.
I have one weekend.
We had one weekend scheduled, and her mom has determined to say, "No, I'm not going to come camping with you. I want everybody to come to me." Okay.
It's the only weekend we can go camping, so I might just still make it happen because it's the only weekend we can go over the whole summer.
Yeah.
We always go with my mom, and I like going with my parents. It's fun. But my mom said she doesn't want to go. She wants people to come to her.
Terrier Halo says, in France, it's called Le Dark Corner. Le Dark Quarter. I have been out of board gaming world for 4 months, now catching up. Well, hopefully you're doing okay, Lewis.
I'm glad you're back.
The Jisugi Kickstarter should be shipping soon. Looking forward to getting that to the table. Jisugi? What? Patrick is here. What's up, dude? Jisugi. Man, this better be good, dude. I'm taking time to look this up. Anime? No, I'm not even... No.
Click it. Is this David?
Yes, it's David. She just looked at it and was like, oh, I know who typed that. Jisugi, Anime Studio Tycoon. Okay, I like the double layered boards. I know nothing else about the game.
The pieces look nice.
Stop lying.
Nice little round pieces.
Yeah, I guess so.
Worker placement, I like, usually.
Manage your own anime studio. It's a brand new worker placement board game designed and published by Esper Game Studio with art by a couple of people's names I can't pronounce. The theme is anime, more specifically the hardworking folks and the crushing business behind anime. It's a tycoon-style game. Players use staff members and cards. What's the weight? 3 out of 5. All right, well...
Bring it.
We'll see, bud. We'll see. Patrick Wells is here. Good morning, Sam Jessie. Good morning, Pat. What is that Morn Quest behind you? Just noticed it, never heard of it. Morn Quest, where is it? Oh, I think it's over there. Morn Quest. Right over there, yeah. It is a book. I'm sorry. Well, no, it is a book. It is a series of novels. No. That is out of Ireland. And it has a lot of Irish folklore in it. And that is a game based on those books.
Oh, fun.
And it's a pretty neat game. It's been a long time since I played it, so I can't give that well of a description of it. But it's a very fun game. It's done by a company called Backspindle Games out of Ireland. And I've talked about one of their other games. Oh, dang it. That small little, I swear, my brain is going. I might need medication. Look out. What is it called? Kodinka. I've talked about their game Kodinka before, which is a neat little abstract strategy game. But Backspindle Games, I like them a lot. They've got other games called Clacks, which is also based on a book. So anyway, it's a neat little game, definitely. Do you care about the Spiel des Jahres nominations? No, not really.
Game of the year.
I mean, 2025. Let's see. Award winners 2025. Oh wait. Nominated. Okay, let's see. What have we got? Nominated for Spiel des Jahres 2025 are Bomb Busters, Flip 7, and Crackle Oracle by 7 Buzzes. The Art of Drawing the Right Lines for 2 to 8 people, 8 and over. Flip 7. Okay, so I've played 2 of the 3. There are other recommendations. Agent Avenue, Castle Combo, Cities by Phil Walker Harding, Steve Finn, Foxy, Perfect Words, and Sherlock's Spurnassen, The Animals of Baker Street. Okay, so out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games that are on Spiel des Jahres, I've played exactly 3 of them. Flip 7, Cities, and Bomb Busters. And in my opinion, Bomb Busters should win. With my personal thing, it should be Cities. I like Cities better out of all of those other ones, out of the ones that I've played. Flip 7, how can I say this nicely? I really don't enjoy Flip 7. And I think it's a farce that it's even a nomination for Game of the Year. Oh my heave. What a spit in the face to board games this year that they have chosen Flip 7 as a nomination over so many other games this year. That's me putting it nicely. But Bomb Busters and Cities. I mean, again, I think the 3 that are nominated, Bomb Busters better win. Period. End of discussion. It is the best game out of the 2. I've played 2 of them. I've played it and Flip 7. And Flip 7 is by far and away not even in the same country, let alone the same state or zip code, as far as Bomb Busters is concerned. So that is the nominations for Spiel des Jahres.
Daphne took a, what are they called? Speed video. Time lapse or something.
Yes, of them playing Bomb Busters.
Did she send it to you?
No.
She
showed it to me.
She said, I just sent it to Sam. I was like, he could put that up on a short, but Bomb Busters logo. And it was kind of funny.
Kinderspiel, so kids game of the year. I have not played any of them. Well, I've played Cascadia, and they have a Cascadia Junior out, but I've never played Cascadia Junior, and I haven't played any of the other ones, so can't do anything like that. Family game, Kinderspiel, this year is 2025. Endeavor.
Oh no!
Far Away.
Oh no!
Horrible game. And Oh, Newland or Loot.
Loot.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
The Gang, that's good. And that's all I've played. So I've played The Gang, I've played Newland or Loot, and then I've also played Far Away. I have not played Endeavor Deep Sea. But again, I hate Far Away. I hate it. I think it is so anti the proper way to think, and I know people love it, so whatever. Okay, cool. This is nothing like my Flip 7 rant from a few minutes ago. I do not think Flip 7 deserves to be in
Top game of the year. Yeah.
top game of the year.
Yeah, I agree.
But I can see how people will put Far Away up there. I can see that.
It's a
Can't see it
game.
with Flip 7.
He does not like Far Away.
My pick out of these three
Loot.
would be Loot.
Loot.
Yeah. By Charles Chevalier and Laurent Chauffier. But there you have it. Winners will be announced July 13th, 6 p.m. in Berlin. So there you have it. But to answer your question, no, I don't care about Spiel des Jahres. I remember when the stars were the North Stars and they did the split with San Jose something. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hockey.
Yes, I know who this North
that,
Stars
I got
are.
that.
I get that. Ryan says, how's the weekend? I just finished playing Flip 7, Yum Yum Island, and Pebble Rock Delivery Citrus with my boys. I'm off to a great start. Well, except for
Sounds
that
like
whole
a
Flip
great-
7 thing.
great
But
start.
you're spending time with your boys, so yes,
Yes.
good start. What's up? Pat says, how close is Edmonton to you guys? Would you ever travel to NHL championship game to see Florida? Nope, would not. If it were the Hawks, I might think about it. But because it's not my main team, and it would be, first of all, super expensive, because that's just the way playoff games go, and we have to travel probably, multiple tanks of gas or plane tickets. It's not worth
Edmonton
it.
is only a 12-hour drive away.
Oh, it's only 2 days of travel. That's awesome. Because I could travel probably 8, maybe 10 hours. I can drive that far in a day. But with Captain Mini Bladder over here, and her kids that also have mini bladders, I would probably only be able to get 8 hours. Other than the theme, Jisogi sounds interesting. Worker placement, great art from factual mangaka. See, that sounds like you're saying kaka. Mangaka. Mankaka. See, I know what it is. But it's just what it sounded like. I'm 5. I'm exactly 5. The overworked mangaka is a reoccurring theme in anime manga. No meds, more coffee, Pat says.
True.
True. I have a few weeks off this summer, Terrier says, but besides the trip down to South, I'll be at the cabin for the most part. As the wife used a good chunk of her vacation this spring visiting family there in Oregon.
See? But just going up to the cabin sounds great.
I was surprised Tom moved his life to another city. I wish he moved to San Antonio, LOL. I'm just being selfish. I need Jesus now. That's true. Lewis says, I like Flip 7 a lot. Nice game to play with non-gamers. I would disagree. I have actually played one of the nominees, Flip 7. Often the last few years, I haven't played any of the 3 main games. Any new games shipping to you or you recently have received? No. However, well, not that I'm aware of. I can tell you what I've got in the pipe. So let me go ahead and do that.
You want to share your screen? No, because it's your account. You don't want to.
Is that right? Oh, hey! Hey, I remember my password. That's awesome. All right, so you don't get to look at the dollar amounts. They're all on the business card. So we will have to pay them eventually, but they're on the business card. I did not use our personal funds for this.
It's fine.
All right, there we go. So let's go
I'm not
ahead
gonna judge.
and do, yeah, I'm going to judge. All right, so first of all, that $343, that's
See,
Hong Kong dollars.
See, you're sharing.
So it's only like, that's only like $40. So don't.
I'm not freaking out.
anyway.
Doesn't matter.
My two recent backs are Reiner Knizia's Whale Riders. It's a tariff relief Kickstarter, and then Panda Spin.
Ooh, yeah.
The Mandate of Heaven, and so I backed that for the base game and the expansion deluxe versions of both, because we played that a few times with
We did. Multiple
Tom
people.
and Danny, and what were the other two? I can't remember the other two people's
the other
names.
two
Another
people.
couple at Dice Tower West, and we really enjoyed that game. So that was a informed purchase. Whale Riders. It's an old game. And it's got Vincent Dutrait's artwork.
Seems like something we would do.
I have a problem. I also backed for $1 the Board Game Geek Artist Series, Series 10. So I backed it so that we could get in there on the late pledge and pick some wall art.
Sounds
Board game
great.
related wall art.
Love it.
So we're going to have to go in there and pick it, because I think their campaign is over. Matter of fact, one message
So you need
is
to
probably telling me, hey,
So
guess
go
what?
pick your stuff.
We see you selected customize your selections, but then didn't select any add-ons before completing your pledge. Please make sure to select these add-ons. Yes, I will. Or it will result in no prints purchased. Thanks, Chad. Yes, I will. Thank you, Chad.
That was like
Chad's
a month
good guy,
ago.
by the way. Chad Krizia. I know. I'm going to. The Epistles of Galatians and James, word for word Bible comic. I've showed this to you before.
Yes.
So these are graphic novels,
I wanted that.
but they are word for word the Bible.
Yeah.
And they use the New International Version, which is fine. And I backed them for everything that they have.
Oh, that's awesome. I wanted those.
So we're
See,
gonna get
that's
those.
not. That's not.
Champions of Midgard 10th Anniversary Edition. That's coming at some point in the future. I don't know when.
Of course.
Northgard, Uncharted Horizons. So an expansion for, and well, actually all the expansions. I backed all the expansions because you could. The new Kickstarter was for just the new expansion, but they have the ability to get all the expansions. I don't have any of the expansions, so we got the expansions for Uncharted. Northgard.
Sounds great.
Terminus Frontier, I backed for $1. I did that because that is, I did the preview for them, and they told me not to back it, that they were going, or just to back it for $1 so that they could send me a copy. So I probably would have backed it if they didn't tell me that
Right.
it was going to be, that they were going to give it to me. Deliverance, Council of the Fallen expansion. That's coming as well. We have a copy right over here, but that's a prototype. The Great Commission, strategic card game. This is from the same people that are doing the word for word Bible comic.
Ooh, okay.
So they use the same artwork, and they've made a card game out of it.
Fun.
And it was really fun. We enjoyed it, so we're going ahead and did that. And one message from them as well. What happened here? We have a new project you think we'll love. Oh, yep. I've already looked at that, as a matter of fact. Big Sur, Grand Central Skyport, Sand Art, and Wine Cellar, that has yet to fulfill.
Cool.
But that's coming. And
I'm not judging.
Those are
He makes fun of me for my Amazon purchases, but my Amazon purchases are like $8.
Those are all of the ones that I have yet outstanding.
Cool.
So I've already got Rebirth. Dutch Resistance is also outstanding. I haven't got the expansion for and a couple add-ons for Dutch Resistance, but so that one's still coming. but everything else has been delivered already.
Amazing.
So, yeah.
Sounds awesome.
So there you have it. Now,
It's okay.
I also just backed yesterday Stargazers and Observatory from 25th Century
Nice.
Games. Love 25th Century Games. They're a great company. They make great family weight games. And Stargazers is vintage traits artwork, and Observatory is a. They're both. It's called the Cosmic Duo Deluxe. So yeah,
Sounds great.
They're
We're
both,
good.
They're both good games, I think.
I bought
So,
myself a new teacher planner for $8.96 on Amazon.
Okay, don't be flexing now. Don't be flexing now. Let's just take $8.99 and multiply it by how many Amazon packages have been showing up recently.
5.
That I think we had 5 show up on one day.
I think so.
I think so. Don't open this can unless you want to eat the full meal. I'm just saying. Let's see here. Okay, so we got that one. Agreed on Flip 7, Ryan says. It's not bad, but doesn't deserve a spiel nod.
Yeah.
To be fair, the SDJ is not best game. It's what they think families should buy. Well, technically, no. Spiritless Yaras is that game is technically the game of the year from their committee. That's what that's called. Kennerspiel is the best family game that you should buy.
And
Kinderspiel is the best
kids
game that you should buy. So the Spiel des Jahres award is Game of the Year. That's literally what Spiel des Jahres means.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best game of the year. And the way it works is, well, first of all, you have to donate to their committee. I can't remember how many it is, but it's a lot of copies of your game. And then all of the people on the committee get sent that game. And they play the games and they vote which one should be the best, which one should be up there. So there's a lot of things that you have to get through in order to be, I think, I could be wrong, please let me know if I'm wrong, but I think in order to just be considered, you have to send them a chunk of copies of your game. And if you don't do that, you're not considered. That's kind of shady, in my opinion. I mean, it's like, I don't know. That's just kind of shady, in my opinion. It's like you're buying your spot at the table. Now, you have to have a good enough game to get through and get voted on. I get that. But if a small publisher that made a game that is light years better than Flip 7 just can't afford, I don't know, 50 copies to send you 50 copies of their game, and so you're not going to include it in your nominations, I think that's shady. But hey, who am I? I'm just a small YouTube channel. So everybody has their own opinion, right? I designed a custom mat for our Japanese-themed games for my Game Topper, but it hasn't shipped yet, so it likely won't arrive in time for Steamers Meetup in June.
Oh.
Hope it turns out okay. Probably will. What?
Steamers Meetup in June.
We don't have a Steamers Meetup in June. Because June starts tomorrow. And... well, first of all, we have next week is graduation. The week after that is Father's Day weekend, and we're going to be at a conference at our church. The week after that is Origins, and the week after that is the last week of June. And so, sorry, we are taking the month off from our Steamers West. July.
But we will have board game events where we will be up at the at our church, not religious based, not church based, but we are using their space, everybody is welcome to those. I will let you know when those dates are.
Yeah, we're not going to like spontaneously break into a Bible study. That's what she means by not religious based.
No.
But it is a group that we have that we do over the summers. That's called our summer hangouts. Is that what they're called? Summer hangouts? They're called summer hangouts, and there's just groups within our church that get together and do things that they have in common with. So we have a summer hangout group that goes bike riding. There's a summer hangout group that goes hiking. There's a summer hangout group that goes paddle boarding. There's a summer hangout that, there's all these different groups, and one of them is board games, and that's the one that we run. And that's actually where our board game days started. Was 3 years ago?
3 or 4. I'm trying to figure it out.
At least 3 years ago, we started doing this for the church, and
we are the only hangouts that have been going year round.
Yeah.
Since they started 3 years ago.
Yep. Well, I mean, it can be done indoors.
Yeah.
It's always done indoors, so it's like it's super simple. Anyway. I designed, okay, I already did that. I learned from 10 years ago, Germany board game judges just want to keep awards for family-weighted level games, so I judge this award in that point of view.
Right.
Okay. Far Away is a fine game. It's okay, David. You can be wrong. I like Far Away too. Reference what I just said to David, Micah. I love how Sam answers my yes and no questions with a 10-minute no answer over his 10 seconds no answers. Yes. Minnesota North Stars moved to Dallas because they had financial problems and the owner had some other problems too. And San Jose started up around there, and I think they were part of the deal. Okay. As for another Kickstarter game about to be shipped, Thorgal, the card game. I didn't back that one, which is... I just wasn't interested in the card game. I looked at it because I like the board game, really like the board game, but the card game just didn't look that interesting to me. With both Star Wars and Lord of the Rings on the way, I had to put those in the budget. I have not backed anything on Kickstarter for a few months now. That was the first part of that sentence. Big hit here at home, Knizia's Rebirth. I did like Knizia's Rebirth. I did get that. I do own it. I like the basic side of the game, the Scotland board, better than the Ireland board, which kind of pains me a little bit to say that, but I wish you could play the basic game on the Ireland board. So many good games come out all the time. I have no fear of missing out. Good. Do you know when you are to receive Star Wars Battle for Hoth? No, I don't. However, my contact said that he was going to see if they had any more copies left here in America. And if they were going to, then they were going to go ahead and send it there. But that's all I heard from him. So he did say yes, he was going to send me a copy. So I very much appreciate them. I'm guessing my pending Kickstarter list has more crossover with JT's. You think, David? Probably so. Dutch Resistance. Orange zou overwinnen. That is cool, but hey, I'm Dutch. Well, Frisian to be precise, which is not exactly the same. That is a good game. It is a fun game. It's probably a little bit longer, but I do like the fact that it is historically based. And I also like the fact that the people that you're playing were actual members of the Dutch Resistance. You know, the different player characters. So I really like that game for a lot of reasons. It's a little bit longer than it should be, but I'm willing to give it a nod anyway. Good to know, will save me some driving, David says. Let's see. Lewis says at BGG Con, one of the Spiel des Jahres judges got annoyed with me when I was talking to him about their award. He said I was a snob gamer, and their award are for families that play games casually.
Jeez Louise.
That's interesting.
Feisty much.
What about the list of best card games in April coming up? Something of it? What about the list of best card games in April coming up? Best card games in April. Oh. Yes, that will be happening. That's going to get put together next week. I was not interested in the card game for Thorgal either, Terrier says, even though I like the comic. Didn't back the Thorgal RPG either. Might grab a PDF of it once it is out, since I'm curious. And I'm caught up. See? Bunch of naysayers. Look at me. I'm doing good today.
Yeah. 10 minutes to
Chat's
spare.
just going slow, that's all. Let's see. So, very interesting card game on Kickstarter right now. River Rats. Also Dutch, by the way. River Rats, huh? Okay, I'll bite for a little bit. River Rats, 2025. Oh, it's ugly. Sorry, box cover is at least. Four Suit Studio. I don't like the box cover. It's very brown.
It's kind of funny.
Huh. Okay, I always do this first. I always look at the...
What's a deck of cards box? So it's not a big box.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a card game. 1 to 4 players, 10 to 30 minutes. So, hand management game set in a luxurious futuristic riverboat, where the bionic river rats, the upper class guests, force the crew into high stakes poker games for their amusement. Players take on the roles of the crew, working together to outplay the rich rats by crafting stronger poker hands. Using teamwork, clever hand management, and strategic planning, they must manipulate the game to shift the odds in their favor. Defeat both river rats by ensuring each accumulates 5 debt before you collectively gain 5 debt. So it seems like it's crew members work together to beat the river rats in a high stakes card game. So is somebody being the river rats? Or are they must combine their faction powers with their own special actions to outwit the rich rats and send them back to their cabins a little poorer than before? Okay, so it looks like each player takes on the role of a faction. Clubs, diamonds, hearts, or spades. And you have to work together too. Interesting. It's a cooperative game. All right. Well, interesting. There are so many games in stores right now. I want it dampens the Kickstarter urge a bit.
Yeah.
That is true.
True.
Yeah. What was Jessie's favorite game she played in May? All right, we'll keep talking while she thinks about that.
I have to think of May. What did we do in May? We went up to Doug
Just
and
think 4
Emily's.
weeks back. It's nice talking to you. Leaving now. See you next time. See you later, Lewis. Take care, buddy.
May. We went up to Doug and Emily's. We played Heat. That was fun.
Yep.
We have played some games here online. Well, I liked playing Heat because it was with friends and family. Mm-hmm. And
what did you think of Goryeo?
It was okay.
Agreed.
It was okay. The little art was cute. The little player board was kind of cute. The little cat eyes and the, I liked the movement of the cat. I played the cat. I didn't play the ninja samurai people. I played the mysterious cat Goryeo. I liked its movement, but I didn't like how I felt like, well, it's clear you're going to choose. There's no way you couldn't figure it out, is what I felt. I felt like there's no way you couldn't figure out my puzzle.
Well,
Because this one's eliminated, this one's eliminated, this one's eliminated, this one's eliminated.
sure, but we can't always get to where you are. I think that's the samurai. The samurai player could probably know where you are, but he wouldn't always be able to get the samurai where.
But all he
you
has
are.
to do is say your mystery object is this.
But it's
and they
going to
win.
take. I know, but if you get 5 things broken by the time he does that, you still win.
It was interesting. I don't know that I would be gung-ho to play it again.
That's why we got rid of it.
Sorry.
And that's why I only gave it a 6 out of 10.
What else did we play this month?
Um,
You guys spent a Friday one without me, or 2 Fridays.
Mm-hmm.
So we played some upstairs on the table in the dining room. We played some in May.
well, you played Unmatched Adventures.
Oh yeah, that was pretty fun. We also had a game night, and I played games at game night. So, but of the games we played, I enjoyed playing Heat because it was with friends and family.
Okay. It was any tips for folks who want to write off Zombie Agricola as a business expense?
Well, that's a very valid question.
Here's the thing. Here's the pull that zombie games have for me. I hate Agricola. I don't care if I ever play Agricola again. But Agricola Zombies, I'm on board. That will be a business expense because I want to play it. That's just the way it goes. And I think JT's going to want to buy it too. So we're going to have to talk and make sure that we don't double up on it or something. Because I don't know. I want to play it. I want to see what it's like. You know,
I'm the opposite. It says the word zombie. I'm like, nope, I'm out. Zombie blah blah blah, zombie blah blah blah, zombie kittens, zombie blah blah blah, whatever. I'm like, nope. Zombie. I'm out.
Pat says Battle for Hoth, can't wait to play it. I know, right?
It's gonna be cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I saw the unboxing that Tom did on the Dice Tower because they already got their copy, of course. I'm the one that likes Memoir 44 so much. Not them! They're sending me a copy. I just need to be chill. It's gonna come. It's gonna come. It's gonna be okay.
It's gonna be okay. I've been saying that a lot this week.
It's like having over 300,000 subscribers means something to a publisher.
Right?
I don't know why. But so yeah, I'm looking forward to playing that. What was I thinking? What was I thinking before that? I was thinking
Zombie.
something. No, zombies wasn't it.
Games.
I don't think. Maybe it was.
I don't know.
I haven't a big variety of games in May, in part because one group we are playing Jaws of the Lion, and at home we are playing Clank Legacy 2. So there's a lot of zombies is a thing I usually walk away from too. Terrier says.
I run away from them.
Would be fun to see you go through your game shelves one by one. We kind of did that with
Why is
Why
it on
It's
my
There. Why It's There. And we kind of are doing that with It Belongs in a Museum. So we do 2 games a week on Tuesday mornings. It Belongs in a Museum. And that's kind of what we're doing. We're going, one by one. Games that are on my shelf. Same here, zombies. I mean, Zombicide, Dead of Winter. So yeah, Agricola Z, bring it on. Exactly. David O'Malley, yeah, I like Dead of Winter, but otherwise don't do zombie games.
I don't like zombies.
Glenn, he started that. I don't know if he finished. Well, again, there's 2 series. I did Why It's There, which is where I went like shelf by shelf. Well, I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... That's 15, and then over there. So that's literally only like maybe 20 episodes, 25 episodes. And I did a number of them, but I just figured, let's do the same thing. Let's just go a little bit, dive a little bit deeper and do It Belongs in a Museum. And we're at episode 48 now.
Yeah,
we're going
that's
to
amazing.
49 next week. So When was the last time you played First Class behind you? Played last year and immediately bought it. I haven't played it in quite some time. And I do have a solo mode that was a fan-made solo mode that was sent to me by another subscriber. And so I do need to get it to the table because they sent that to me. So I need to try it out and see how it works. I have a strange urge to own War Chest, and I have not even seen a review of it. Not that I can remember anyway. War Chest. I don't know what War Chest is. War Chest. AEG. A bag building war game? Is that what you're talking about from AEG? Trevor Benjamin, David Thompson. He's a good designer.
Wait, did that say 2048? Oh, 2018.
You really need to get your glasses fixed. She thought it said 2048 when it said 2018.
It's like, how is this game coming out in 20 years?
Yeah, I don't know that I have a desire to have this at all. Matter of fact. I mean, I like the tokens.
The pieces look neat.
But that looks like a boring game to me. Could be wrong. Could be completely wrong. Oh, graphic design is horrible. Sorry, not interested. Bing. Thank you for playing. 48 episodes of It Belongs in a Museum. Soon Indiana Jones will show up and take your stuff. I would not be opposed to that. Just as long as he stays and plays the game while we're here, while he's here. IIRC, I still don't even know what that means. The reviewers of War Chest like it. What does IIRC mean? Don't tell me. I'm going to look it up. If I recall correctly. I actually agree that that should be turned into an acrostic. If I recall correctly. Okay, I got it. Got it. See, you learn something new every day. See, I even told him, don't tell me, I'm going to look it up. David doesn't listen. David literally doesn't listen.
There's a delay.
No, but see, that's the thing. That delay happened 30 seconds ago.
Whatever.
15 seconds ago. Yeah, they are good designers. They are good designers, yes. Not decrying that. The game just didn't look fun to me. If IIRC, I told David not to respond.
Recall something.
IIRC,
recall correctly.
ITDNTR.
If I recall correctly, I told David not to.
He typed before you said that.
He's fast on the day.
David says, and I don't feel compelled to listen.
Ja, baby.
Alrighty. Well, we are an hour and a half in. We do have some other things we got to go get ready for the rest of the day. We got to run to the post office to send out some It Belongs in a Museum prizes. And we don't have yours ready to go yet, Ate Gripstra, because he just sent my thing. So we'll get that out next week to you. I would not play a game with Indiana Jones because some Gestapo guy would show up and the whole place would catch fire before the night was over.
Yeah.
But you got to play a game with Indiana Jones.
I mean...
So at some point you just have to come away with that whole situation win. Went to Geekway to the West earlier this month. Glenn said, loved it. Played 2007 Vikings finally with the Rondell. Lots of fun. Rolling Heights was my fave of the con. Those are. I've never played Rolling Heights, but the 2007 Vikings, that was a good game. Have a great rest of the weekend, Maribeth says. Glenn says, goodbye. We'll just say that. Goodbye. And have a grand day, Patrick says. Bye, all. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks, you all. See you next one. Micah says, ciao. Thanks for being here. We'll see you guys and gals on the flip side. Nothing's going to be on Monday because I'm going to be doing my other part-time job on Monday, so we'll see you Tuesday morning for It Belongs in a Museum. We'll have some more taste tests coming up over the weekend as well. Take care, y'all. See you on the flip side.
Bye.